Hello there, I'm Daz. This video begins at the Temple of the Divines in Solitude, and I'm just about to explore POTEMA'S Catacombs. Now, in order to open up POTEMA'S Catacombs for exploration, you'll need to start the quest The Wolf Queen Awakened, which you can see there in my quest log. Now, in order to start this quest, you need to have completed a prior quest. Hopefully I can find that without too much trouble. There we are, the quest, The Man Who Cried Wolf. Clear out Wolf Skull Cave. Once that quest is completed and you have leveled up, you should receive a visit from the courier asking you to return to Fort Firebeard, at which point you can start the quest, The Wolf Queen Awakened. I've already spoken to Steer and obtained the key to the catacombs. So, now the preamble is out of the way, let's get down there and see what we can find. As always, it's best to make a save before you start this quest. It can be a bit glitchy. In fact, I had a glitch about 5 minutes ago, so this is my second attempt at making this one.
You've arrived at last. The hero who prevented me from being bound returns to my fold. I have much to thank you for, little one. When you die, I will raise you, and you can take your place by my side. You'll serve me soon enough.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got a dominatrix to deal with. There are a couple of skill books at this location, so I'll be sure to point those out. I'll also do my best to highlight all of the chests. Although don't be too hard on me if I miss one or two. I'm going to sneak this next section. So we have our first chest right there. And our second chest right here. So we have a vampire and a bunch of Draugr to deal with in this next room. I'm going to help myself out by knocking this lantern, which is suspended over a conveniently placed oil slick. Okay. So that's the first batch dealt with. Let's see if we can find the skill book. So it should be on this table. It's got knocked around due to the explosion. And here we have Surfeit of Thieves, or Lockpicking skill book. And this vampire actually holds a key, and I'm still not sure after all these years what the purpose of this key is. It is certainly not needed during this mission, but I may as well pick it up anyway. Old Solitude Crypt's key. You never know, today may be the day where I discover a use for it. Deal with the Hulk, and we have a Draugr that can be searched, and there is a flame trap just before him. I'm not triggering that because I have the light foot perk, but you can see it is easily triggered with unrelenting force. So let's see if I can sneak this guy. Easy. A couple more Draugr to deal with here. We have some potions, a filter of health, and Conjurer's Draft. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here. No, so a vampire to deal with at the bottom of these stairs.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh yes, I do. And another couple of Draugr here. And there is an urn in this water. Nothing else in here, as far as I'm aware. Okay. So we have a chest with a novice locked trap trigger, which probably triggers some poison darts by the looks of that. A body in here with not very much to say for himself. Okay, and a simple lever action for this rotating door. Some potions, garlic, and an alchemy lab. Not much else, and then we progress to POTEMA'S Refuge. Okay, so before dealing with this lever puzzle,
It's nothing.
better deal with this lady. And in here, you will note a suspicious looking alcove here. And if we go to the local map, you'll see that there is a passage beyond. This can be opened with a lever that is actually surprisingly easy to overlook. This leads to a little treasure room with a chest and some urns. So now we're dealing with this little lever puzzle. Now you need to make sure that you've done everything that you want to do up until this point, because these levers don't actually stop these doors rotating completely. At first appearance it looks like they do, but the doors do continue to rotate very slowly, which means they're going to seal up behind you. So if you stand here for a couple of minutes and watch these, you'll see that this passageway slowly seals up again. We've got a couple of spellcaster traps which can be taken out using unrelenting force, but they don't do that much damage at my level. Okay, I'll just return to the local map. There's going to be a vampire and a Draugr in the next room.
You've come far, mortal. No doubt you seek to enter.
Okay, so I cut him off in his prime there. Come back, you milk drinker. So that Death Lord was obviously a milk drinker in his previous existence. You cannot fall down here, so don't be concerned about that. We have a master locked door. If you don't want to practice your lockpicking, you can find a key to the door here. POTEMA'S Sanctum key. Also, if for any reason that key does not exist in your game, the vampire is holding a second copy. I'll pick the lock for the XP, and now we move in to the final area, POTEMA'S Sanctum. This is where things start to get serious.
What was that? Is that your best? Huh?
Okay, so a few urns to rummage through in here. I don't think there are any chests. I'll sneak attack this guy. I'm wearing boots of muffle, by the way, which is why I'm able to sneak attack these guys so easily. In this next room, Potema is going to raise 3 undead to try and beat us up a little bit. You can help yourself by searching the bodies.
Serve me in death.
I'm going to strip this vampire so she's weaponless and armorless. Okay, so this is where the big battle is about to commence. In the next room we're going to be fighting a few, I think 3 waves of Draugr, and we're going to be getting some shock damage as well, so it's a good idea to pick up these shock resistance potions. They're going to come in handy. I'm going to make a quick save because this is where I had a bug on my last attempt.
You've come far, mortal. But can you stand against my inner council? Let's see. Don't applaud yourself too soon, worm. from his head.
Okay, so all done, I think. I got a little bit mixed up then. There were so many so many things running around. I lost sight of where Potema was, but she's been dealt with. Here is Potema's skull, which needs to be returned to Steer. We have a boss chest here, which contains the Sneak skill book, Legend of Krately House. Okay, so a pair of alien lichers have raised a Death Lord, and I can now get out of here. There is one small area left to search, and a couple more enemies. And a random helmet on there. Okay. So just before travelling back to Solitude, we have a chest here. I'll take all. And a dwarven mail helmet and a potion. Okay, so a quick look at the quest log. Give Potema's remains to Steer and then return to Fort Firebeard for our reward. So I hope people have found this useful. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.